Hi, Jess. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Kracker. Good. How are
Good
you?
to see you.
So good to get this interview on such short notice. I
Excellent.
know you're a busy man.
Yeah. Well, whatever
And
questions you got, fire away.
yeah,
And we'll start this.
it's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Man, you must love living here.
It's Freeland or Krackerland is one of the best places I've ever been. So
That's perfect. No, I have to say, I would love to live out here too one of these days, but probably out in the, spring more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is your first interview? You haven't been interviewed before, or?
No, this is my very first interview. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, have everything here, and let's get started on it. So, all right. First things first. You're Mr. Kracker. What inspired you to create the show Krackertime?
Okay. Well, when I was a kid, I used to watch shows like, I'd say, Pilgrim's Progress is one of the greatest inspirations for Krackertime. It was a book by a man named John Bunyan, and he wrote it in a prison. And it's an adventure of a man named Christian that goes through a lot of trials and errors to get to Celestial City. And one of my favorite actors in there, Liam Neeson, is in that, and he stars in the very first movie. So that's kind of an interesting.
No, he's an interesting guy.
And and another thing, another one would be inspiration would be, well, there's the friendly giant. There's Bob Ross, the painter. There's a lot of inspiring. Jesus Christ is an inspirer for me, and I'm a born-again Christian, so I was born again when I was 7 years old. I love the Lord very much, and I like to share Scripture in Krackertime, and that's one of the reasons why I put biblical Scripture in there, because it's important to me, and that's a big part of my life. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. No, I love the show myself. I watch it whenever I can, and the reason why I'm here to interview you. So, what is Mr. Kracker based on?
Well, based on, what does that mean? In
his
a way,
show, cause I can tell it's very foresty, adventure.
Yeah.
A lot of kids love it.
Mr. Kracker is an adventure show. There's going to be lots of nature. It's not particularly aimed at kids. It's kind of, I'd say, from kids to from 1 to 99. So everybody can, it's rated E for everyone.
Rated E.
So, yeah.
I love that. I would say, what would you say your favorite character is in the show besides you, of course?
Well, I'm a little biased, but Phineas is my favorite. So I like the fox. He was my first puppet that I had, and along with I would have to say LJ is my second. They're pretty well arm in arm, those guys, Phineas and LJ. So you're going to see a lot of them. Lately, it's been LJ.
Mm-hmm.
So then we've got Squeaks, and we've got Squeaks the raccoon, and we've got the Poison the snake, and a couple of rabbits, and a deer in there too. So yeah, there's a few puppets so far.
Yeah, it's amazing what you've done with it. Is there any magic in Krackertime?
No magic. You could say the forest is magical, but no, there's no Harry Potter or anything like that. Lord of the Rings. It's more of a nature-based film. There are sliders, but they are scientifically proven. They're not. It's not some magical way of moving. It's actually a very quick way of moving, and you'll see that that will, as Mr. Kracker learns that how to use that more, you'll see a lot of science-based, creation-based, or science-based things in the show too. So.
That's great. God and science can work together in that way.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. What other creatures do you think Mr. Kracker will find in future episodes?
Well, the latest one, as I'm thinking, is I'm thinking of another felon or another bad guy.
Oh,
along
well.
with Mr. Fowler and
Stuff.
Poison. I'm thinking of a hawk, maybe.
A hawk.
So hawk and an eagle. So the hawk
Yeah.
might be the next character if I do get another one. Yeah.
Does Mr. Kracker not like technology?
He likes the natural way. He doesn't like Strangeland, which is I guess the way that most people that's the way the world is right now, Strangeland. But he tends to go toward nature and stone and fires and wood and log cabin type of style. He likes that laid back,
Right. Yeah.
laid back atmosphere. So
It's good for people who I find who have ADHD or OCD or anything. They like to go on YouTube, watch your show. And they like to be really relaxed after a hard work day in their lives. So that's something that they really enjoy.
Yeah, I've heard that too. There's a peace about it.
Yeah.
One of the main theme is peace, really. So you're going to find that comes up a lot in the show.
I see biblical quotes or scriptures. I see animals. It's all really relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, peaceful.
Well,
how old are you, by the way?
How old am I?
That's too personal, or
no, I'm 54. Just turned 54.
Yeah.
And just had a birthday the other day. So yeah.
Why do animals have mostly one narrator?
One narrator. Yeah, it helps when you have one person doing it, because then it's a lot quicker, way faster. As soon as you involve one or two or three more people, it takes forever.
Yeah, no kidding.
And it could take years, but instead of days.
I see your man of many hats in that show. So.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Let's hear. How did Mr. Fowler get his name?
Mr. Fowler actually got his names from Pilgrim's Progress. He's one of the names that I borrowed out of there. And in Pilgrim's Progress, there's Beware of the Fowler. So that's where he got his name.
Okay. Wow, that's really cool. I did not know that. Let's hear. Are Mr. Kracker and Fowler brothers?
Well, yes, because the episode, my interview, is going to come out after the spoiler, so it will be coming out after Brothers,
That'll be a really cool episode.
Which is episode 25.
Yeah.
Brothers, and the next one that's coming out is episode 24. That is The Secret. So the secret pretty well is that they're two brothers, and there's a few other secrets in there. There's lots of secrets. So there's a secret station and.
What does Mr. Fowler think about when he's alone?
Mr. Fowler is, I'd say he's a bit greedy, kind of a bit childish, and likes to get into trouble, maybe likes to spy on people, listen into conversations. He's a little bit of he likes to trap animals. He's not that nice to animals, so
he's, well, see that between Mr. Fowler and Mr. Kracker.
Yeah, there's a big difference between the two, I'd say.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see here. When will we get to know more about the other characters, like Brooke or Tristan?
Well, probably in the next episode. Brothers, I think Tristan's mentioned again.
Yeah.
And so you will learn more. I plan on doing a movie down the road, so that's going to be.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, that might have a lot of. It's going to have a lot of characters and a lot of people in it. It's probably going to be a couple hours long.
Oh yeah, I love the one where Tristan was on the raft and stuff, and then he was kind of trying to wake up or whatever, and he seemed very lost.
Yeah, that's that is called Adrift. That's the one. Yeah,
that's the show. Where does Mr. Fowler live?
Oh, Mr. Fowler lives not too far from Mr. Kracker. He lives up on a plateau. There's a little creek that flows by his house, and
it's sure beautiful.
His house is kind of a lean-to, really. He's kind of put it together, but it's the way he likes it. He's got his own shop and a few other things there. So yeah, he's happy there in the forest.
That's great. I did have another question, but I completely forgot what it was all of a sudden. Oh, what's your favorite food in Crackerland?
Oh, my favorite food in
Yeah, a meal,
Crackerland?
like a
Well,
snack or
Cracker,
whatever.
Crackus.
Crackers, there you go. It's
Crackus.
is it like a, does it have caffeine
It's
in
like a
it?
coffee. Yeah, so that's right.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that. I like that little cut that you drink out of. It's nice. Another question. Does Cracker seem kind of down and depressed or sad? I mean, I can see he's quiet, maybe,
Yeah.
or.
Well, he has a
Mm.
pretty interesting background, which will come out in future episodes. So is some mention. Phineas
Mm-hmm.
mentions, I can't believe you're getting through this, and you're the way you are now with what you've gone through. So,
Oh.
I mean, he was born in Strangeland, just
Mm.
like most of them, and I mean, nobody's been born in Freeland yet. So you could say maybe nobody's free except for except for Mr. Kracker and Fowler,
Yeah.
and then but Mr. E and some of the other characters are neutral. So I would have to say Mr. E, if you wanted to call him, he's neutral strange.
Neutral
So he's a
strange.
neutral that lives in Strangeland.
Hmm.
So he has the abilities of a neutralist.
So he's kind of 50-50. Like he likes to be out. He likes
No,
electricity and stuff. Or
he's gone. People have pretty well pushed him out of Strangeland, so that's why he's ended up in Freeland.
oh yeah, yeah.
And one of the reasons he's in Freeland is because Mr. Cracker's there, and Mr. Cracker actually wanted him to be there, so Mr. Cracker can keep an eye on him and look after him because he's kind of like the rebellious brother, right? So
Will Cracker ever return back to his past or whatever?
well, there will be some flashbacks, I think.
Yeah.
A few years back from when he left Strangeland.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing would be Mr. Cracker is a young boy,
Oh, okay.
and maybe I'm
Love
thinking.
to see that.
I'm not sure, but I'll have to find a young boy. Maybe Joel will do it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah. If Fowler was a house object, what would he be?
Fowler was a house object.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
He'd be a doormat.
because he likes to. Why is that? Why do you think he's a doormat? I mean, I know he's evil and he has.
Well, I don't
You
know.
two are
Maybe he's a
completely
bit
opposite
dirty.
people. Does he ever take a shower?
I don't, to ask him, maybe we can interview him
I'd love to
sometime.
interview him one day. It'd be nice to get an interview with him. And as you can see, the sun's coming out again
Yeah,
and
isn't
stuff
it
too. It's beautiful,
Mhm.
and the views here, man. How big is Crackerland?
Well, if you're going to talk it in Strangeland form, it might be 500 square kilometers. Something
500
like that.
square kilometers.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I thought it'd be like as big as you want it to be or whatever.
No,
I
it's
guess,
it's
but
it's of three lands: Strangeland, Neutraland, and Freeland. So you could say Strangeland, Neutral Island, and Freeland, or Neutral Isle, because Neutral Isle is in the middle of the two.
Right.
So you get a little bit of Strangeland, a little bit of Freeland on Neutral Isle. So that's how that works.
That's
And
really cool.
Neutral Isle is in the middle of Great Lake, which is in the center of Triland, or I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to call the land. I don't even know yet.
Does Mr.
Maybe somebody has an idea.
Sorry. What's Mr. Cracker's hobbies? I mean, I know he likes to go for walks and hikes and stuff and explore the nature. Or
I mean, in the show?
in the show,
No.
yeah.
Okay, well, he likes to chop firewood. He likes to hunt or gather. He's mostly vegetarian, but he eats fish.
Okay, that's nice.
He doesn't really eat fox or bird or anything.
So he has friends or whatever.
I'll leave that up to no rabbit. But Mr. Fowler likes rabbit. That's one of his favorite meals. Rabbit stew would be Mr. Fowler's favorite meal. So, and then Mr. Kracker, he's kind of a geologist too. He likes stones and gems and learns up on those kind of things. So he pretty well spelunker. Looks and knows a lot about caves and different stones and things like that.
Would you ever like to have own a farm or something? And since he likes to be out in nature.
Well, he's got quite a big area there that he can use.
Yeah.
So.
You can have anything you want. It's kind of like Minecraft in a way.
That's right.
A lot like that, exactly. I love your outfit here too, by the way.
Thanks.
I have to say, the glasses. Are there actual can you see pretty well or without them?
Just
Or
glass. Yeah,
okay,
I don't
yeah, you
need
don't actually wear
glasses, but
glasses.
Mr. Kracker needs glasses, so
Yeah, no, I
yeah.
believe it. Oh man,
And yeah, I just I feel comfortable in the outfit, and it's just a
it
little
doesn't get
bit.
too hot for you, I guess.
No, actually, it's made out of solar fibers,
So that's nice.
just like the animals in Crackerland too are made out
Yeah,
of
he doesn't use his friends for his
solar fibers. No, I
coats.
don't use the friends, but the
Yeah.
animals are made out of solar fibers, and
Mm.
so solar fibers stay warm in the winter because they attract the sun, and
Oh.
they absorb the sunshine, and helps to keep you warm. That's why you see Mr. Kracker in minus 21 weather, like up at the at Station 1,
Yeah, right.
which is right over there,
Right over there.
Station 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, he likes to keep warm in the winter and the summer. In the summer, the solar fibers actually keep him cool, and in the winter, they keep him hot.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Let's see here.
How does the sliders work?
Oh yeah. How do the sliders work?
The sliders, good question. Okay, so the sliders are kind of a crystalline plate
Okay.
that is just underneath the ground, and it attaches to tectonic plates, like the tectonic movement of the world. But it's it moves when you stand on it. It moves. It almost freezes you and moves you with the plate very quickly.
Okay.
So that's how it works.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, sorry.
And you'll see that Mr. Kracker hasn't quite learned how to. Nobody's really learned how to use them properly, but in the future, there will be a controller use them, and you'll just stand on them, and they'll pretty well work like a at the airport there when you stand on those
On those little
the movement plates or whatever they're called,
right.
elevators.
The elevators.
Yeah, it's not an elevator; it's an escalator. Yeah.
Has Mr. Kracker ever went shopping or whatever? Like actually, like I know he's in the forest, but has he gone out? Like where does he get his clothes? Where does he shop? I guess I'm guessing he shoots or.
No, he gets his clothes from makes clothes from.
Wow, you're very good at
skin.
making that.
And some of the clothes he actually brought with him from Strangeland when he came. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's interesting. Yeah.
And there is a danger to that.
What's that?
Because whatever you bring from Strangeland adds things to Crackerland, so it's not good for Crackerland to bring things from
the
Strangeland
nature or
there.
whatever.
Yeah.
I noticed that Mr.
It
Kracker
pollutes. It pollutes.
Okay.
Pollutes Freeland. That's what it does. It pollutes Freeland. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I was gonna say something about like that one episode where Mr. Kracker, what's that one? He's like not a cougar. He's like a mountain lion, or he's black.
Oh yes.
And he's
yes, Pan. Of course,
Pan, yeah.
Forgot about Pan. Yeah. Yeah, Pan is a panther. He's a type of a cat, and a small panther, I'd say. But he's an old man. So he relates with Mr. Kracker on the age because. Yeah, but he is now living in Forestland in Phineas's place because his place collapsed.
Oh no, the mountains and
stuff?
It collapsed. The boulders.
The stabilizer.
Yeah.
Mr. E had to shut the stabilizer down, so then the sand cliffs collapsed and buried Panthera's house and everything else.
Oh no! Yeah. I want to say, is that Mr. Cracker's fault, or who would be in charge of that for burning his house, I guess?
Well, Mr. Kracker has a responsibility of looking after the animals, and he warned Panthera before that happened. So,
yeah.
But it had to be because what happened was there is some secrets that Mr. Fowler can't find out, and so LJ and other people like Jafane and people like that, they're quite knowledgeable. They know what's going on, so they're trying to protect, Freeland from any disruption.
Yeah.
And Mr. Fowler is one of the greatest disruptors of Freeland, and him bringing things into Freeland, stirring up, mining magnetite or pulling magnetite out of the ground and stuff is actually disrupting the sliders and the tectonic plates and the crystallized sliders.
Mm.
Yeah.
I have another question here too. I think that was what was that the new character you're gonna bring into the show? Fawn?
No,
Was it?
we already have a fawn.
Okay, yeah. What's his personality like and stuff?
Oh, he's just a quiet little animal.
Mm.
It doesn't really talk too much, but he's kind of a sidekick in the
Okay.
show.
Yeah, right. I love what's been happening with the show so far. It's all just, yeah, it reminds me of everything we've been inspired by and stuff, and it's definitely, um, there's a word I want to say and stuff. It's like, when the people whisper and stuff or whatever, they make the sounds.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I'll remember sooner or later, but I think that's it for all of my questions. Actually, I have for you today.
Oh, good. Well, it's a short interview,
It
but
is
at
hard
least
to
it's
believe it, but
good.
it's definitely cold up here, but it's beautiful. It's fresh, and everything's real, and
I hope so.
so yeah, exactly. Do you ever know what the weather's going to be like? Like if you're ever going through something on some unknown place or whatever.
What the weather's going to be like?
Because
No,
most people generally look up on the internet.
Yeah.
And they look up to see what the weather is.
No,
but for you,
there's no. It's just like I would have to say, Freeland is back in late 1800s, or you mean even the gold mining times, or where the old cabins, something
At
like that. It's
least.
kind of frozen in that state there.
Yeah,
It's
right.
Frozen in in a more natural state. So
how'd you
people
come?
were.
Yeah, sorry. How'd you
They're
come to?
cooking meals and fire and
Yeah.
all sorts of things. So.
Got it. That's really cool though to see that. It's beautiful and warm, and everything's free, I guess, for your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't like pay taxes or whatever.
No, that's right. No taxes.
You don't have to deal with Trudeau anyhow.
And there's no disease or sickness in
great too.
Freeland.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's no disease, sickness. There's no hospitals. It's like heaven.
And nobody. I mean,
Yeah.
People can die there, but there's no disease or sickness.
Wow. That's interesting. Yeah, no. People from
Strangeland
coming to Freeland.
No, they're really not interested in. They're
Okay.
busy. They're busy in their own lives. So, Freeland, if you want to think about it, Freeland's kind of like heaven.
Yeah.
And Strangeland is kind of like hell. And the island is kind of in the middle of those two things.
But yeah, anyhow, I would love to stay more and chat and stuff, but you have other people to interview as well today. So
yeah, well, I need to go too. So
yeah.
So anyway, thanks for the
interview. It was nice
interview.
to chat with you, Mr. Kracker. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Jess.
Hopefully we will see each other soon. And yeah.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah.